Well, I wanted to write the book out of necessity. I wanted, just like everybody has wants. I mean, that's why I have those four things about wants. Everybody, every minute of the day, wants to do something. And when I say everybody, I mean not just people. All creatures want to do something. You want to cross the street. You want to catch the bus. You want to get out of bed. Birds want to fly from the nest and go and look for food and bring it back to the nest. These are wants. Every creature wants to do something once they're in motion, once they're awake. They want to do something. They just want to get more rest. That's a want. So why did I want to write a book? Well, I didn't start out wanting to write a book. I started out having wants. And the want was, I didn't want problems. My want was the things that I didn't want. Trying to eliminate problems, which is what people try to eliminate every day. Everybody out here, everybody with, who's listening to this, has a want. And among those wants is taking care of eliminating problems. People don't like problems. There's nothing to like about problems. Problems are to be solved. Problems are to make something that people want to go away. So that's what I wanted back in the mid-1950s.
Mm-hmm.
I seriously started thinking about making the problem of racism go away because it's very bothersome. It gets in the way of everything. You got any plan, if you're a person of color, whatever plan you have, you got to think about, well, wait a minute. Suppose somebody will interfere with my plan,
mm-hmm.
whatever it is, based on the color of my skin. And most likely that is to happen. Every minute of every day, directly and indirectly, in one or more areas of activity, or as a conglomerate, all of the areas of activity. Economics, education, if you're trying to do something in economics, or in education, or in entertainment, labor, you're going to work, or trying to get a job, or trying to keep a job, law, if you get pulled over, or if you have some type of legal problem, you got to go to court. I mean, the color factor, is that going to have something to do with you standing in a courtroom, and you look around in that courtroom, and there are people looking at you and saying, what are you doing here? And let's get rid of whatever it is that you're here for. I mean, according to the law, take care of that. And is the color factor going to have something to do with what happens to you if you're standing there in a courtroom anywhere on this planet and you're going to be judged one way or another about something that has to do with somebody else's business? That's why you're there. And something that somebody is pleased with or not pleased with, or something that has to be, it could be just a minor, what you might call administrative thing, like trying to sign the papers to a house that's being willed to you, or something like that. I mean, but the color factor is there. Where is this house? What is it worth? What are you worth as a person of color?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's in the area of law. And then in the area of religion or politics, the color factor. You want to run for office. You want to be a council member in the small place where you are, the town where you are, or something like that. Is somebody going to look at your color and say, well, wait a minute, this is something to be considered? I mean, you will have a person of color in this position, in this town, so you have to think about that. You want to be a council member, but somebody else may not want you to be a council member because the color factor is in there. And then religion. You get ready to go to a church. You're in a strange town. You just moved there. Now, there's a church nearby, but if you're black in the northwestern hemisphere, you think, wait a minute. there's a church nearby. It's right just a block away from here. And, and I'm settling here, and I just noticed there's a church 1 block away. And it looks like a Christian church.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm black, and let's say if you're a Christian, all right, let's say that that's what you say about yourself. And that's a Christian church right down there on the corner. Now, but when you walk in there, you see nothing but white people who turn around and look at you, and you don't see any black faces in there at all. Now what? Does this have any significance at all? Is this going to have any impact on you or on the people who are turning around looking at you? I mean, a new member of the church, maybe, all right, and it's you, and you're the only one of color, all right. Will this make a difference? Well, maybe not, maybe so, but it is a factor.